Good morning. It is now probably 9:45 because this is the second time I had to make this video because it timed out. So I'm going to start all over again. As you know, last time you saw me, I was fixing, move this out of the way. I got a little stand so I can use both hands today. Mr. C, I had broken off the receiver pad by accident trying to change the LEDs on this guy and ended up taking parts from one quad, flight controller and ESC stack, and reusing the VTX on this one, all because I wanted to put that on there. All of that. I had to rebuild the whole thing because I got inquisitive and wanted to rebuild. But yeah, I've tuned it. I've retuned it a little bit because it just flies slightly different with this stack versus the other one, but it's back. I can show you real quick why I did that. Turn the light off again. Watch your eyeballs. So you get a cool Larson effect. The beeper's loud as hell. So I got the effect and look that I want. So that's all good to go. Turning the light back on. I'm gonna sneeze too. Ugh, allergies. But I finally got the T-can frame. This was a fun build. I took my time on it. I could have built it much faster, but I just wanted to make sure all the wires were where I wanted them. I had to run the LEDs, make sure I had the room for them. I do not find this frame to be heavy by any standards. This feels light. You pick it up and you're like, wow, it doesn't weigh anything. So a lot of people kind of dogged this, and maybe it's the electronics that came in this if you buy the pre-made. I put my own. I put the HGLRC Zeus F7 something stack in it, and I am super... Let me close that door. Hold on. So that stack is my first F7 style. It had some MT forwarding, what do you call it, VTX in it, and something I haven't used before, and I actually had issues. The plug did not work. This has a plug in it, and then you wire it to the flight controller. It has the tramp wire, which allows you to control all your PIDs and VTX power channel, all that fun stuff right from your controller here, instead of plugging in into Betaflight, which I don't find easy, hard, because I have the app. So I found out when my friend Josh came over. We just tested theories, and it had pads in the top, so we went right to the pads with power, and it instantly came on. So problem solved, no big deal. It still works. But I got the frame, and I ended up getting it with the green ducts. But then when I saw and heard and saw, investigated that they have clear LED ducts, and since I was a kid, I've been infatuated with LEDs. Things got to glow and look crazy and stand out. When you're flying a Cinewhoop and you're around people, it adds to the effect. As you can see the ducts that are all around here. And if you're wondering how to wire these up, it's actually super, super easy. So you got your standard 3 wires, power, ground, and signal wire. The power wire, do not use to 5 volt. It actually says right on the paperwork for it to use VCC, which is a pad on the flight controller, which is full battery power, just clean and filtered. So you wire that, you wire your ground, and then your signal. And then those 3 wires go to a little tiny box, which is basically an amplifier and splitter, and it has 4 outputs on it. You find a spot, in my case, mine is behind the camera here, and then it gives you a whole bunch of wires. When this frame comes, it comes in an awesome box, which I don't know where I put it. It is well packed. It has plenty of extras, wires, and parts, and man, I wish I knew where the hell that box was. Oh, it's right here. Move my little thing here. It comes in this cool little box, and it has all your goodies and stuff in it, which I enjoy unpacking all that stuff. It was fun. But yeah, so you get all those, you wire them up. It has 2 long ones, obviously, because they run underneath the frame. Right here, going that way. To that, I hot glued it, put a dab of hot glue on the pad, not the pad, the where the connection is made, just so it can't come undone. under any circumstance. I'm using the Caddx Baby Ratel in here. Phenomenal camera. I love the detail. That is my by far favorite. I think I have 3 quads now that have it. It's just the best out there, I think, for being able, analog, for being able to pick up Scraggle and all that other stuff. It was a pretty simple build, standard stuff for building. I'm going to change that out and put a little piece of Velcro there. Use the stubby antenna. The back, oh, I forgot that. I'm going to show you the LEDs. This is loud. It didn't have a spot for the beeper anywhere, and I didn't want to stick it inside. I wanted it as outside as possible. It comes with this 3D printed, where's my finger? There it is. It comes with this 3D printed part, and I just kind of started with a tiny hole and worked its way until I got it to fit. Bad sexual joke there. A little hot glue inside there, you can see, so everything's secure. I got my little antennas sticking up, but the whole reason I got this frame is for this. I will show you real quick. So let me turn this light off real quick and then plug this in. So check that out. That is absolutely awesome. Flying at night has gotten a whole lot more fun and bright. It's not showing it as bright as it is. So when this thing's flying around out there, it is absolutely ridiculous. So let me unplug that real quick.
Are we going shopping today?
I don't know. I'll talk to you in 5 minutes, okay? So yeah, that's what we got. GoPro mount, big shout to Quadfather. He had printed the mount for me. Where's my GoPro? There it is. Nice, simple design. Oh, they left the door open again. Let me go close that. It slides in, and it's kind of like a friction bite onto it so it doesn't move. All right. So all I'd like to do and find a way to modify is this is the mount that I use for the Insta360, or find a different way and have one that I can attach like I do Mr. C. Mr. C fits. Let me grab that real quick. Man, I need coffee. That's what these things are on here. I snuck inside here little pieces of that Velcro I love. This slides and locks into place and bites into right here. I modified the little... Yeah, so I had to make this a 2 video, or I guess it times out when I make it. But yeah, like I said, it fits on there. It is a cool idea. Works well. Doesn't come off. And I'm going to do it for this guy here. I need to go eat breakfast. I am exhausted already. I haven't done anything. I just need caffeine. So yeah, I have some video footage left over from flying. So I did some cinematic flying / freestyle with Sweet Tooth here. So that if you've never seen it, this is what it looks like. It is a micro. It's a 111 millimeter frame. Just call it 110 for God's sake. It's amazing what this thing can do. I can fly it slow and very methodical, the way it's tuned, and then just rip the living crap out of it, which I did. I got some cool footage. The first flight I did when we went out in the woods last weekend with this one that I just did a 1 take on, I also did this. And my issue, when I think Brian's putting that video out, is I have been losing footage. For whatever reason, I think it's heating up and it's shutting off, so I'm getting 2 minutes flight, 1.5 minutes, 3 minutes, but I haven't gotten the full flight. And Brian and I did a bitch and complain rant while we were out there with it, and it ran the full length, which killed us because it didn't make any sense. It wasn't even getting the air flow to keep it cool. But I cut out the back to ensure that there's no button being pushed. I don't know. So I'm going to experiment with it some more, but if you build a micro, it will fly in the woods, and it flies fantastic. I'm impressed. So I experimented and flew it even in level mode, like a cinematic, Cinewhoop that I fly in level most of the time, and then I flew it in acro, and I love how this thing flies, even with the extra weight of the camera. Great range, lots of speed, but also can go really, really slow if need be. So Sweet Tooth's got some cool footage that I may work on today, depending on what goes on. And I'm working on my second goggles my FPV goggles, which I didn't take out for this. So you've seen my head plays a whole bunch of times. I have a second set, and I found this at the Halloween store the other day. This is what my wife helped me settle on. So I have some old school eyeballs right here, and then I'm gonna, in the ballpark sense, make that my mask. So I think that will be really cool. I may alter this just a little bit more to add some effect to it, maybe some green or something like that on the teeth, and then it's not gonna be bright enough to glow now, but there's a little bit of glow paint that I put on it that if we happen to be flying in dark, will make this thing stand out really cool. But I think that'll be fun. I like my masks to stand out because they're obnoxious already. If you're standing around a group of people and look at you like, what the hell do you have this thing on your head for? This will add to it. And I am a Halloween guy year round, so I think this simple design, all I did was cut the straps off it. There are many different styles. So if you're looking for something for your goggles, especially the head plays, to make them stand out, there are endless options. Just gotta be a little creative. Don't be afraid to stand out. I love that. Yeah, I mean, there's other. I actually was thinking about getting a mask. This is perfect. There's a face here, so they have face covering masks. I was just gonna trim them to squeeze over the face of the goggle and wear something even scarier. But I wanted something that I can just shove into my bag or put it in the bag into the backpack and not worry about it getting broken. And that's why my wife convinced me for this one, because it will just glue real simple. The eyes are simple to put on, and then I can replace this if it ever breaks. So yeah, lots of options. But enjoy your Sunday. God bless. Get out there and fly. There will be footage coming from me. Hopefully today. I think I might just sit outside, relax, enjoy the cool weather, and do some editing, like I said. So that's it. You guys have a wonderful day. I appreciate y'all. Peace out.